West, we are back. Parallel
What's good?
Universe Podcast. I'm back with the bros. Do you believe in a parallel universe?
I do.
I do, man. So we got off track last week. We was busy, but the show will continue. We are back right now with another Gaming Wednesday. And this week we're gonna do our favorite top 10 fighting games of all time. And we're gonna spotlight Streets of Rage. Was that the Genesis?
Mm-hmm.
First Streets of Rage game. So we back with our gaming expert, Dark Rain. Back with the homie Anti-Fable. What's popping?
What's good, y'all?
Good, man. What's up, gentlemen?
Yeah, man. They missed us last week. They was like, yo, what happened to the show? Bring
man, we
back.
We definitely apologize for the supporters.
Yeah, some stuff came up at the end of some business.
Cool. They understand, life happens and sometimes we get a little off track. But anytime if we do miss a show, we definitely always gonna make up for them. So this show is for forever. Like we gonna keep doing this for a while. So this ain't we gonna just do like 5 episodes and we're done. Like this is gonna be a recurring theme for the channel. It's gonna help grow y'all brand. It's gonna help grow my brand. And we all just gonna keep doing this shit and giving the people some content. So we, I'm gonna start this week. I'm gonna start this week with my top 10.
All right, let's see what you got.
Yeah, get him, Bogart.
All right, so I obviously gotta go with Street Fighter 2. I think that was like the godfather of 2D fighting games that started.
Champion Edition.
No, not even Champion Edition, just the
regular Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2, yeah, 91. Capcom released it. It was in all the pizza shops, the laundromats, anywhere you would go, the donut shop. They had
that laundromat life.
Yeah, definitely the arcades.
You seen that game in the movie Juice. Tupac was playing the Street Fighter. I think they might have been playing Street Fighter 1, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway,
Capcom made a lot of cold games, man, throughout the years.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're the king of fighting games. So Street Fighter 2 it set it off for me. Even I was 11 years old when I seen Street Fighter 2, and I was like, what the hell is this? And I'm watching these guys throw fireballs, and I asked this one guy, like, hey, how do you do the fireball? What button do you press to do the fireball? Because you had light, strong, fear. You had jab, strong, fear, short for a roundhouse. You had 3 punches, 3 kicks. And I'm trying to figure out which button makes the fireball come out. And they were like, no, you have to do a motion with the joystick. And he showed me how to do the Hadouken motion. It's something that we all know. And every fighting game took from that point on. Like the
blueprint kind of
the motions along with the button combinations. So that game really set it off for all the fighters. So that's probably why that's my number 1. I'm gonna go with Mortal Kombat 3. I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan, but I think Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, like really like defined that game, that franchise with the fatalities. I think they had stage fatalities.
They were the one that had the brutalities in it.
Brutalities. It was just like they was building on what Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 had laid. And I think Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was awesome. It had a great roster, large selection of characters you could choose from. And I was like, yo, this is actually dope. And, like I said, I'm not really a big Mortal Kombat fan, but that was probably my favorite of the series. I'm going to have to go with Bloody Roar. Bloody Roar, I feel like they need to bring that franchise back.
They definitely need to bring that back, man.
This is a game where you start off as a human, you pick your human. They all have an inner animal character that comes out when you press certain beast mode and literally go beast mode on the motherfucker. You feel me?
I mean, Xbox did Killer Instinct. Sony need to go and bring back Bloody Roar.
Bring back Bloody Roar, man. And speaking of Killer Instinct, that Killer Instinct's next on my list. Killer Instinct was fire. It sparks when the fireballs collided. They didn't just disappear like on Street Fighter. Like when the fireballs collided, they would just disappear on Street Fighter. On Killer Instinct, when fireballs collided, they exploded into like 100 some sparks, and then they down to the ground, and that level of detail, along with the no one will ever forget Ultra Combo. You will never forget that announcer's his voice. You will never forget seeing them combos, motherfuckers get hit 50 times, 60 times. Oh man, Killer Instinct was the shit. I love Full
Bringing
Bore.
back some great memories.
I love Jago and Full Bore. Them was my dudes, man. And I like beating on Idol.
My boy was Cinder. Cinder was my boy.
Oh yeah, everybody liked Cinder and Orchid. They was popular too.
The Orchid was that shit.
What's his name? Riptor?
Yeah, Riptor, the damn dinosaur.
Dinosaur and Spinal.
The skeleton. Spinal was cold if you knew how to play with him.
Yeah. If you knew how to play with him.
Next, I'm gonna go with Mace the Dark Ages. That was
wow.
Fighter, which is definitely overlooked. You don't get no love.
That one's overrated. That's an underrated game right there.
That was a system that changed a lot of lives, man. GoldenEye. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, Mace the Dark Ages was a 3D fighter that used medieval characters, and they were on a pit. They were like the stage. You can actually fall off the stage. I think this was before Tekken and games of that nature had ring outs or
ring out.
Soul Calibur, Soul Blade, things of that nature, right? So 3D fighter, they had people from the 1600s, 1700s, and it was a really dope game for Nintendo 64 standards, and the graphics were dope. They had fatalities. They never really made a sequel, and they never continue with the game. I don't know. I gotta look.
I don't understand why.
I'm going with Fatal Fury. Fatal Fury inspired Terry Bogard. You know what I mean? Geese Howard. No, they called it a Street Fighter knockoff when it first came out. Probably was. SNK was doing their thing with the fighting games. But Fatal Fury was dope. You'll never forget Andy Bogard with the hat and the blonde hair hanging out in the back.
Yeah, you'll never forget that.
Jacket. His brother, Andy. Yeah, I love that game. Joe Agashi. Yeah, Fatal Fury. I'm going to go with Project Justice. Project Justice, man. Fire.
You must have been reading my list.
That was released on the Dreamcast. Is that?
Yeah, Dreamcast.
Wow, I gotta get that game, man. Project Justice, I believe
I paid $100 for
it. Yeah. You could pick up to like 3 characters, and it was a team-based game. You could collaborate with your teammates and do combinations and jump somebody.
Project Justice was an incredible game, man.
Yeah, man, a lot of dope combos, a lot of creativity. That game allowed you so much freedom as a player. It allowed you so much creative freedom to come up with your own combos as opposed to just having a set-based standard amount of combos that the game allows you to do. Like, Project Justice allowed you to, create and do your own thing, and that's what was dope about that. So I definitely got to have that on the list. Oh, you know what's super underrated?
Bushido
Blade. Bushido Blade.
I remember playing that back when I was, I don't know how old I was.
Classic. Straight Samurai.
I was like 11 playing Bushido Blade.
That game was so real that one
hit could take you out, kill you.
One hit could kill you if you were cut in the right place. I remember body damage. Like if your arm was hurt.
Yeah, he'll hang his arm down.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to use your arm. The game was realistic. It wasn't no bunch of special fancy combos and fireballs. This was hand-to-hand samurai combat. I love that aspect of the game. I feel like they definitely should bring that back. I want to see that on the PS5.
New Bushido Blade.
Think about Bushido Blade on PS5.
Updated version.
With those graphics. It'll be so weird. It'll be so crazy. And like I said, you had to be calculated in your moves. You couldn't just be pressing couldn't just be
No.
Yeah.
you had
Random
to
button.
actually calculate your moves. And that game, I'm gonna go with X-Men, Children of the Atom, the characters, just being able to watch the X-Men animated series on Fox like Saturday mornings, and then being able to go to the liquor store and play as those characters is like groundbreaking. The character sprites were very large. These characters looked like they were alive. A lot of dope combinations. I love Omega Red, Cyclops. Everybody loved Wolverine. Silver Samurai was on there. Yeah, Children of the Atom, man. That was fire. And last but not least, I'm gonna go with Capcom versus SNK 2. And
Man.
you know, that brought
game
together
ridiculous.
the best of both fighting game worlds. You had, SNK and Capcom coming back, and it was I think it was like over 50 characters, a large roster. You could pick fighting styles per team. It was just amazing. I love Capcom versus SNK 2. I think I might have to go get me a Dreamcast, man, just so I can have that game. Or I might have
just to play it.
Yeah, you can get a Dreamcast for about $50. I paid $50 for mine.
Damn. Yeah, I got to get me a PC and get me an emulator. I might get me like the download where I can have it on Fightcade, because there's certain programs where you can run those old fighters on your PC. So if I don't get me an actual Dreamcast, I'm gonna get me a PC, because it won't let me do it on a MacBook. But yeah, Anti-Fable. What's your top 10 fighting games?
Thank God that I wrote 20, because I wasn't trying to sound like nobody else's list. So now I can go in and out. Yeah, because some of yours you said, Danny, was on there. So I was like, so I'm not gonna mention that. I'm gonna try to keep it fresh. Let's see, the first one I got though. Honestly, I didn't put a specific title of the game. I just generalized it.
All right.
I'm just a fan of the wrestling game. I just like the wrestling games throughout all systems. I just fuck with it. Wrestling fans. So, usually, I mean, it's been a while, but usually that'll be like one of the very first things I would rush to get, from whatever system. So it's usually any fighting game that is the wrestling world. Okay. Next one I wrote down. I mean, I'm gonna have to mention Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
I have to.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
I know the new one just came out. And like now they're in a whole different spot to where they're putting guest characters in there and everything.
Yeah, they got RoboCop on there. They got
Terminator, like
right.
Now it's getting wild.
Leatherface, that didn't have some everybody in
Ed Boon and his team is doing a fantastic job with the guest characters. They're not dropping the ball with these guest characters, and in fact, he has so many dope guest characters that they're thinking about branching off and doing a whole separate
fighting game.
Yeah.
Which is a dream of mine. I love horror movies and I love fighting games. Bring them both together, I'm in heaven.
Right.
Oh yeah, a horror movie fighting game would be wild too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, we'll talk about that. That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother joint.
We need to figure out which characters should be in the game, what special moves they should have, some of their dialogue.
Right.
Yeah, we definitely don't have to do that.
Leatherface and
that's a fact.
I don't know if Jigsaw could be in there because he wasn't like a fighter. Yeah. But they should still have him like he could be like a
background and he be in a trap or something.
Like just all these little Easter eggs. But yeah, man. So Mortal Kombat for sure, definitely a staple in fighting game history.
Yep. I wrote down Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah, that's a top selling game.
You know, there's a lot of the Nintendo characters, they're fighting and stuff like that. And I noticed that's one of the games that's highly used in terms of like tournament styles and like fighting games. That's one of them that a lot of people go to. And technically they're fighting. It's not an adventure game, not a shooting game.
Yeah, they fight.
Actual combinations of fighting, on the stage where there's ring outs and all types of things that acquired for an actual fighting game. So I threw that on there. I just put this as a general, but I just chose one, the Dragon Ball Super Xenoverse game.
Oh yeah. Those were arena-based fighters as well, which is dope. Yeah, they had Budokai.
They got a recent one.
You know how to throw in the anime in there for the anime heads. All the anime heads that's listening.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? All the anime heads, you already know it. I throw that in there for y'all. How much was that? Y'all remember?
I think that's 4 of them.
4, okay. Generalized again, I put Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat always gonna be in at least somebody's top 10. Everybody's top 10.
They have to be. Yeah. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat like synonymous with fighting games.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't mention Street Fighter, then you must not like fighting games at all.
Right.
Right.
Y'all throwing Street Fighter in there.
Okay.
I put also like boxing games. Boxing. Oh. Why not? Some regular sport shit.
Good one.
Just, feel me? Like if you're a boxing head and Danny, use a boxing stuff like that.
Those are literally fighting games.
Those are literally fighting games.
And they don't get brought up. They don't get brought up enough. The original Fight Night was a classic. Fight Night 2 inspired.
That's the game.
Mike Tyson Punch Out. God. Man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they got some classic fighting games, boxing games out there.
Yeah.
They don't even make them no more. They just they do UFC games now.
Bring back the boxing.
Yeah, they do Ultimate Fighting games.
That's an honorable mention.
Xbox Series X, PS5. If any of you representatives are watching this, let's get some fighting games on those platforms.
Bloody Roar.
Next generation boxing games.
Yeah, we need a new boxing game, Bloody Roar, a new Bushido Blade, stuff like that.
Yeah, we need all that.
Yeah, man.
I got Soul Calibur. Probably throw that Soul Calibur in there.
Yeah.
Because it's the use of weaponry.
Mitsurugi.
Kind of like almost what every fighting game.
That was my boy.
Nightmare and all of them guys.
Oh, yeah, that was that. Yeah, oh my God.
Let's see if I still got it.
Where my man Killick?
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the most highly used combo characters in that.
Yeah, I love that game, man.
Hey, who is your best Street Fighter character like you use? My boy
was
Akuma.
Yeah, there we go.
My boy was Akuma. Man, I don't have it no more. Shit.
Yeah, Akuma was wild. But you know what? M. Bison, I would say, was the other guy that kind of got me like, he cold. He's cold.
Bison cold.
Bison is nice.
He'll piss you off trying to play the
obvious, like Ryu and Ken. Chun-Li was cold too. Of the round. Marvel versus Capcom.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't have to put that as an honorable mention now, because that was one of my honorable mentions.
One of them.
The reason I put that in the main is because that's when it started getting wild with the character selection in and out that you can choose.
Right.
The combos. Like you can literally 2 people playing. As soon as you get the first hit, somebody's losing. If you know how to do a combo that's endlessly. So that's just like ultimate like TKO type game.
Ricky Ortiz and all the Marvel vs. Capcom legends, you know what I mean? There's just so many of them out there. That game, great roster, great mix of characters, and like you said, like they had touch of death combos. Like if
Oh yeah. Tekken.
Another top game.
I had to throw Tekken in there too. You know what I'm saying? Just with it's classic Arrival as well, and that's another game that was the arcade thing for me in the laundromat too.
Yeah, the last one was Tekken 7.
Yeah, Tekken 7. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I probably had lowest count. I'm not sure that was 10, but I might as well finish up the list. Not the whole 20. Another one I had was Capcom versus SNK as well. I know Danny had that. Had to mention that.
I'm gonna have to keep my list short. Y'all didn't name some shit.
I just love the crossover world. The crossover world is also another good thing that they do. Crossover world.
Danny didn't move for about 3 minutes. I thought he was stuck in a parallel universe.
Oh no.
We all gonna be all good. And Injustice as well. Some I chose.
Fire.
That's what Mortal Kombat remind me of, not Injustice.
Yeah, Injustice.
Right.
Yeah.
How many is that?
And I believe that's 10. If it's not 10, probably like 11.
Rain. Let's get your list real quick, man, so we can get on the streets.
I'm just gonna name mine through because y'all named quite a ones that I had.
Yeah, we just got
Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. You know, was developed and released by Midway in like 95.
Okay.
You said Project Justice. I'm gonna do the one that came before that one, which was Rival Schools.
Rival Schools.
Started by Faith.
Fire.
Oh man.
I did Bloody Roar 2.
Bloody Roar,
yeah. Killer Instinct, of course.
Okay.
I did the Street Fighter 2, the Championship Edition.
Yeah, the Champion Edition was fire because that was the first one where you could use the boss characters.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorites was Tekken 3. Out of all the Tekkens, 3 was my favorite one.
Okay.
I had let's see, Soul Edge or Soul Blade.
Fire.
Danny already named Bushido Blade.
All right. Fire.
Came out on PlayStation in 97. And one that none of y'all named. I can't believe this. Eternal Champions.
Oh.
That's
so crazy. I had like 20 and I didn't even put that.
Genesis was low-key kind of killing Nintendo in terms of the fighting games for real.
Oh
yeah, man. That Eternal Champions, they
we need that back. We never got another one of those either.
And then my last one was the original Mortal Kombat, which was one of my favorites. The original one and the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Fire list. Fire list. And that is perfect segue, since we talking about Genesis. Let's talk about Streets of Rage real fast. Side scroll to beat them up. Brain, who were the original characters on the original Streets of Rage?
Me, you, and Clayton. Shit, there you go.
Yeah, I remember them days.
Pull up the thing real quick.
Yeah.
I think I may have it. The original Streets of Rage cover right there.
Oh, God.
So you Adam had Blade.
Ray should throw that, right?
Ray be having everything, boy. He got all the original covers, all the posters.
Yeah, got a lot of the original covers.
All the systems.
I told you my boy Cinder from Killer Instinct was my boy.
Woo!
I had all them laminated and printed out.
Streets of Rage. Was that before Double Dragon, or did that come after Double Dragon?
Oh, that's another one too.
The first one was like what, 91, 92? It was
side scrolling.
It was early 90s.
You went level to level. You went level to level, clearing out enemies. And I don't quite remember the storyline of why they were fighting.
They was all police officers back then on the first one. Yeah, they was all police.
So Skates came on Streets of Rage 2, right?
Was he 2 or was he 3?
I think
because I know Adam. He wasn't after the first one. He wasn't a second, so I think Skate did come in the second one. Because they put a couple new characters in the station.
Rage was like, you had to have that game if you had a Genesis back in the days, man. Shout out to
that's one of the Godfathers.
And they got Streets of Rage 4 out that came out recently, last month or something. So y'all should check that out.
So you could play 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
And you selected out of, I believe there were 3 character choices at the time. Selected your character, you went level to level, passing the levels, beating up the boss, and you had to beat up a boss character at the end of each stage.
End of each level, yeah.
And you finally got to the last guy. I believe, is this the guy that was in the wheelchair?
No, his name was Mr. X. He was the dude with the gun at the end. He was the you had to fight to get to him. You had to beat every boss throughout the whole game to get to him. Like on the last stage.
Yeah, they all came back.
Yeah, and then you had to fight him at the end. It was named
after you beat them on their individual stage. You had to fight
back on the last level.
Damn, you had to have some real fighting skills to beat that game back in the day because
it had definitely had some great music, man. The theme music in that game was amazing.
Graphics, shout out to Streets of Rage, man.
And they had it to where you can call your backup, your backup roll up the police and they shoot the cannon. They shoot out the fire and stuff.
Wow, man. I can't. Yo, Streets of Rage 1 and 2 really just have a lot of dope, just gave me a lot of dope memories of just owning that system.
Yeah.
And it was just fun. That was the importance of it. It wasn't just so much of let's just go beat up some bad guy. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It still is. The new one is fun.
Yeah, that was the whole point of those games was to just have a lot of fun. Team up with one of your homeboys, your cousin, your brother. He grab a controller, you grab a controller. Let's beat this shit, man. Let's be.
Back when you didn't have to play online to, enjoy 2-player games.
There we go. I'm glad you mentioned that.
For the online era.
Right.
Yeah, this is the online era.
This was before.
That.
Man, listen, man. I'll give y'all a shout out. We will return Friday. We are back, but we're gonna do action. We're gonna do some of the best action films of all time. We got
our top 10
action flicks in there. So for our Film Fanatic Friday, we definitely go. Hey, what movie y'all wanna focus on?
I think we could talk about Terminator 2.
Terminator 2. We gotta do it. We'll be back, man. This Parallel Universe podcast. Dark Rain.
Yep.
Anti-Fable. I'm the bar guy.
Yes, sir.
And make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Rain Flawless.
Facts.
Yep, follow me on Twitter, anti_Fable. And you already know Danny. So.
Right.